Good morning, I'm Superintendent Brad Skirtich, and today's an exciting day as we break ground on the Collinsville Area Vocational Center expansion. We are here today because of $25 million appropriation from the state of Illinois through the Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity. A grant of this magnitude does not happen without teamwork, collaboration between local, state, and federal officials, the advocacy of educators and private businesses across the Metro East, and the unwavering support of our Board of Education. Each of these partners shares a common goal: to expose students to careers in the trades, education, healthcare, and the service industry, helping to build a strong workforce pipeline and drive economic growth in our communities. We have a large crowd here today. You sit up here and look at it, it's a pretty good group. So thank you for attending. Every person present has played an important role in making this moment possible. Without their efforts, we would not be standing here today, ready to embark on an exciting new journey for the trades. This is why it's essential to recognize our many valued partners. And I want to take just a couple minutes to recognize everyone before we bring up Mr. McGinnis, the CAVC Director. First, I want to recognize the Collinsville Board of Education for their steadfast commitment to career and technical education. There was a time not too many years ago that CTE was dying in a lot of school districts in the area. Collinsville stuck it out, and now it's growing and booming for the right reasons. I want to recognize our partners, the FGMA Architects, Kevin Meyer and Jen Carlson, Holland Construction with Bruce Holland, Mike Marshall, and Ryan Savage, the Petroff Companies, both Adam and Andrew Petroff, McKay Napa Auto Parts, President and CEO Earl Flack and Matt McKay, Madison County Sheriff's Department, Anderson Healthcare, represented by Lisa Spencer, the Collinsville, Maryville, and Caseyville Rotary, J.C. Henry and Andrew Ambrose, the Southwestern Illinois Leadership Council, represented by Kyle Anderson today, the Southern Illinois Builders Association, represented by Donna Richter, Laura Buick, Sarah Honda, and Newbold Toyota, Southwestern Illinois College, Carpenters Local 664, Carpenters Local 662, Operators and Engineers Local 520, Doug and Marilyn Huber, Intersect Illinois, Steam Fitters Local, and then our Collinsville Area Community Foundation, represented by Kai Redmond today. Now, you think about the Collinsville Area Vocational Center, and we think about that, it's not just Collinsville students. We have 10 member high schools: Collinsville High School, Civic Memorial, Dupo, East Alton, Wood River, Edwardsville, Highland, Lebanon, Muscuna, Roxana, and Triad. That's 10,000 high school students that have the opportunity to come to the Vocational Center each year. I also want to recognize our local leaders and elected officials: Tony Furman from the Madison County Employment Department, Richard Mark, Madison County Regional Superintendent Rob Worden, Madison County Assistant Superintendent Tricia Blackard, the former CAVC Director, Madison County Board Chairman Chris Slusser, Madison County CTE Director Caleb Smith, the Village of Caseyville, G.W. Scott, the Mayor, the Village of Collinsville, Jeff Stamen, the Mayor of the Village of Fairmont City, Michael Suarez, and the Village of Maryville Mayor, Mr. Craig Short. Also representing the village today is Wayne White. And you ask, why do you bring up all these names? Well, we've been pushing CTE funding for the last 3 years at the state level, and in doing so, we've asked a lot of these individuals that are here in this group today and are not present to testify at state board hearings, contact elected officials, and let your voices be heard on how important the trades are. So those voices have an impact because our state and federal elected officials that are here today, or represented by someone from their office, have heard your voices. U.S. Senator Tammy Duckworth, U.S. Congresswoman Nikki Budzinski, Illinois State Superintendent Dr. Tony Sanders, Illinois State Representative Amy Ellick, Illinois State Senator Erica Harris, Illinois State Representative Jay Hoffman, and the last one I'm going to introduce is Illinois State Representative Katie Stewart. We wouldn't be here today. She did some major lifting to get this $25 million appropriation for the Vocational Center, and for that we are grateful. But for all of you, I want to collectively say thank you for your advocacy and dedication to career and technical education. This is a big deal, not only for the kids here today, but throughout the entire Metro East as a workforce pipeline. And with that, I'll turn it over to the Director of the Collinsville Area Vocational Center, Mr. Joe McGinnis.
He's not lying. This is a great crowd. So thank you all for being here today. This project represents the largest investment in career and tech ed in the state of Illinois since the 1970s. That is historic. It's going to open up opportunities for an additional 300 students per year. And looking at our facility behind us right now, has been open since 1971, the thousands and tens of thousands of students that have crossed those halls and entered our doors and shop spaces and have gone on to have great careers. And seeing our students here today and the additional students that will be able to get into this facility in the years to come, the impact that that's going to have on our local education, our local workforce, and for our local businesses is almost immeasurable. So we're looking forward for the next 50 years in this facility and in our existing facility. Some of our initial programs that we're going to be able to bring on with this new facility is a HVAC program, an EMS, EMT program, aviation mechanics, and an avionics program. So that's 4 new programs, roughly about 120 to 150 students in those 4 initial programs. We'll have space for 3 to 4 more programs. The plan for that is we're going to do a second round and another analysis and working with our local businesses to see what their needs are. That way we can have targeted programs that will lead to great job opportunities for our students and our community. So the great thing about CAVC and for our students is this is a great starting point for them to figure out what they want to do on the next steps of their lives and in their careers. Whether they learn that they want to enter one of these trades and professions that we offer, or whether they learn that they don't want to do that. Both of those are great outcomes and a great opportunity for our students to have available to them as juniors and seniors in high school. So it really is tremendous. And as I look across at everyone here, the amount of support that we've had for this initiative has been amazing. And we would not be here today without every single one of you. So as much as this is awesome for us, take a little pride in yourselves for being a part of this. It really is great to see everyone out. But we're not here today if it wasn't for Representative Katie Stewart. So I'm going to turn it over to her right now. Give her a giant round of applause. This is historic. Thank you.
This is a great crowd. I don't know how happy I am to learn that I'm older than that building that we now need to replace. I don't know what that says about me, but we'll just leave it at that. There's so many things that I want to say today. This all came out of really running into Dr. Skurdich at a Italian Fest kickoff, and he just said, hey, I have something little I want to talk to you about. And it was, he knows that I've always supported CTE, have always stood behind it, know the value for our future, know the value for kids, and wish more kids could be able to participate. So it wasn't a hard sell when he said, I want to try to get us some money to grow the CAVC. And then I dug in and learned a lot more, learned the programs that are offered. I had already visited this center, but went for a couple more visits, visited some other career technical education centers in other places as well too, so I could compare what was going on. But learning about the partnerships that you've developed over the year and how those can grow. We have businesses that are ready and willing and are going to put state-of-the-art equipment into this building and fix up the existing space over on the other side of the street so that these kids are not only prepared for the general idea of great jobs in the future, but the literal jobs that exist right here so that they can stay in our community and grow our community. So if that weren't together, I don't know that I could have brought this project up to the Capitol, and it's pretty notable where we are when we think about historic investment in career and technical education in Illinois, and that it's happening down here in the Metro East. There's always a lot of talk about where money goes, and trust me, it's a hard sell sometimes to get the money across the board where it needs to go. So this was a super big deal to get this kind of an investment into a project like this. It's unbelievable that we've come to this. This is an amazing, huge crowd. I'm so happy to see everybody here. Everybody really did have an important piece in getting this done. We had to have the money. We have to have the money to build the building. But I had to have the support of everybody here to make the case to bring that money to us. So I'm just super proud to be here. This is really for you, the students. It's for the next generation of students and the generation after that. It's for their families when they get to that point their families now and their future families, that they'll be able to sustain on a really good, well-paying job that's going to support them into the future. It's going to pull people into the trades. We know that we have gaps in folks that we need for construction jobs and all sorts of other things. But people need to understand career technical education, it's not just welding, right? Welding is great, but that's not all they do. We're training future nurses, we're training future teachers, we're training future emergency responders. Everything that's a bedrock of our community can start right here with career and technical education. Career and technical education can also set students up for a successful college career afterwards. It's not a single lane pathway, but it's just a branch that can be taken for an amazing future. So I couldn't be happier about this. Thank you to everybody that came out today. I'm sure I forgot about 5 different things I want to say because this is a little bit overwhelming, but couldn't have done it. Joe McGinnis, you do an amazing job. You took over from an amazing person, but you do a great job with these kids. The one thing I wanted to say, the big selling point to me, I taught high school for a while. I taught middle school, I taught high school, and I also taught at the university. The idea that you have a high school kid that wants to take a class, and you have to say, no, sorry, we can't put you in that. Anybody who's ever been in a high school setting knows how disappointing that is. I taught math. Not everybody was dying to be in my trigonometry class, I can promise you that. But when they were saying, I want to go take that class, but I get turned off, that's going to affect their success through high school. This improves graduation rates, this improves futures, it does everything that we want high school to do. So thank you again for all this hard work.